I think we started off the game really well, executed the game plan. Rebounding's been a big point of emphasis, and that team got 20 plus offensive rebounds against Texas Tech. We held them to 12. I think we did a really good job. Got up by 20, and what often happens is we kind of let up a little bit, start to think about scoring and things of that nature. But great lesson to learn. Like the Weber game, we're able to go back and talk about starting the game out and not working our way into it, and now we get to talk about playing with the lead. So hopefully another growth opportunity for all of us.
So do you think you got a little fat and happy there when you guys got the 20-point lead, or what do you think happened exactly?
Yeah, no, and it's human nature. It happens at every level. You relax, and I don't think it's malicious on anybody's part, but you just think it's going to be easy instead of cranking it up and finishing it off. You get a little lackadaisical, and but generally happens. You start thinking scoring instead of my role on the team.
Right. And what about Dawes had a pretty great night with his 17 and 15. Just talk about his play.
No, Dawes was great. He owned the rebounds. He's been huge for us, trying to get him to be more aggressive offensively. Ran a play for him, worked 3 times, and then he traveled on the 4th. But no, he was great. He especially at the end, he got those 2 big rebounds. But yeah, he was. I can't say enough for him about his presence on the boards.
You talk about their offensive rebounds, and I know you're big on rebounds, and you got to be happy having 16 offensive rebounds yourself.
Yeah. No. I mean, the first 2 games we were down double digits in rebounds. So It's nice to come in at halftime and that's because we're going to play. The teams are going to get bigger and stronger, especially when we get into conference. So got to rebound. Got to instill that now.
And just what overall, each game's you're trying to move along. What kind of progress do you think you saw tonight from your team?
Like I mentioned earlier, Weber State, we came out and had a play from behind. Tonight we came out and executed really well. We had a lead, and we had those, I think it was the 8 or 9 turnovers in the first half, which kept us from having a bigger lead, and then we relaxed. But, it was the first game with James, too. So it's everybody with the new team and new coaching staff, everybody's getting used to their roles. And then, James didn't play the first 3 games. Now he plays, so it affects everybody's minutes. So, it just puts us in situations that for the first time that we'll see throughout the year.
One more thing, just on Jacob, gave you some big threes there when you needed them.
Yeah, Jake was great. Like he was made a few mistakes, but I'll tell you that the foreign players, it takes a little while because the game's different. I mean, it's taken me, the game from the NBA is different, but Jake is. We did a great job finding him, and Sadhu's 2 threes came in that stretch when we pushed it to 20. It was off the pass, and then we didn't pass as much or drive as much, and tried to make it happen on the first side. So, but no, Jake is a heck of a shooter, and opens it up for other guys.
Okay, you guys played well tonight on the whole. Just maybe talk about what was in your minds. What happened? You have a 20-point lead, and it gets down to 2 at the end. Just from your standpoint, what happened there?
Coach definitely got on our tail for that. Just being complacent towards the end of the game. When we have a lead like that, we just want to keep expanding on that. He always refers back to players like Kobe, Michael Jordan, and stuff like that. Always how 20 points, being up 20 points is not enough. Just keeping your foot on your neck. Just trying to finish them out.
Do you think you relaxed at all? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I think we definitely let up. It was around 5-6 minutes left in the game, and then especially the last 2 minutes, we kind of let up. But I think it was just a lack of focus, not a lack of effort or care about the score.
Right. Can you also just talk about your effort? You had 15 rebounds, a lot of offensive rebounds, and I know the coach emphasizes that a lot. Just talk about your game tonight there.
Yeah. I personally knew that this would probably be the most athletic and most physical team that we play, and most Big 12 or high major game that we would play in a while. And just knowing that and knowing what I could bring on the rebounding side of the basketball, I was able to just really focus on that.
So what do you guys need to do going forward, do you think, to just show some improvement? What's kind of on your minds for that?
I think we just got to take it day by day. Go back in the gym and just continue working on what we got to improve and our weaknesses and stuff like that, and just take every game just one step at a time.
Okay, I think that's all I need.
Thanks, Joe.